Hi friends, today we're going to talk about something a little bit different. I'm really excited about it because it's something that we haven't talked about before, and that is similar colors between brands. If you are new to wearing wigs or it's just something you're kind of interested in, you might find that one wig that you love so much or that one color that you love so much. And sometimes, at least in my experience, you can kind of feel a little boxed in with it. You feel like you can't really pivot a whole lot because you're locked in. You got this one shade, this one brand, or this one style, but you would be so surprised to learn what the variety is. And although it might not be called the exact same thing brand to brand, you'll find very similar shades and very similar coloring depending on the brand, but you've got some options, and today we're going to take a look at them. I fell in love with wigs with Jon Renau's Ignite in the color Palm Springs Blonde. I was pretty new to wigs. I wasn't that experienced with them. And I had never seen like a blonde blend with a root. I could not believe it. In my experience with wigs, it was all like one color, one fiber. And to see like such a realistic color job kind of blew my mind. And this is it. This is Jon Renau's Palm Springs Blonde. You can see here you've got that beautiful natural root, the dimension, the beige, the platinum, just beautiful. But look at this, especially side to side, very similar. You've got that root, you've got that dimensional blonde, and this is Raquel Welch. So if you are loving these shades and you're kind of just staying in that one lane, you can branch out a little bit. Shaded Biscuit by Raquel Welch is a very similar shade. This is one of my go-to Raquel Welch shades, and I think it's because of how much I love the Palm Springs Blonde from Jon Renau. Look at that. But it doesn't stop there. Let's grab an Ellen Wille style. This is sleek, and this is in one of my favorite Ellen Wille colors that is pearl blonde rooted. And again, take a look. Love that. These are some of just my favorite shades in general, but to see how similar they look side by side, different brands, are you kidding me? Look at the similarities. Don't box yourself in. You've got a lot of options. I'm gonna try these on so we can see, but the really fun things about wigs is let's say you're wearing this one for a while. Out and about, everybody sees the little bob, it's super cute. And then you switch. Let's say we're gonna go with this one next. Let me tell you what happens. It just looks like you grew your hair out. So nobody is even going to question it, especially when the color doesn't change much at all. It just looks like you grew your hair out, which is the really particularly fun thing about wigs. And I've met women who are a little more shy about being forward about wearing wigs, and they kind of have like 3 or 4 that they'll rotate between, and one's a little shorter, so it looks like, oh, you just got a haircut. The other one's kind of where they really like it, where it's kind of a mid-length, and then a little one that's a little longer, and they kind of rotate it so it looks very natural, like you're getting a cut, you're growing, you're growing, you're growing, you're cutting, you're growing, you're growing, you're growing. So it's more natural that way if you're not as open, but that's what's really fun about wigs and just how you can play with them. That style looks very similar to this one, but you know what I think? I think if we put on sleek, it really just looks like we restyled the one that we just had on. So you have so many options. And what's so fun about this is that these are 3 different brands. You have Ellen Wille, we had on Jon Renau before that, and we had on Raquel Welch before that. And I would be surely willing to bet that seeing them back to back to back, you would think they were the same color, but they are not. So very fun way to show you guys the variety between brands, but also the similarities. So if you have found yourself in love with a shade with a certain brand, branch out a little bit. You might be surprised the similarities between another brand where you can expand your styles even more and have so much fun doing it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time.